Hey, AfterBuzzers, you're watching the After Show for Awkward on MTV Season 5, Episode 17, Fireworks. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, Kristina's singing again.
I pretend to know like I know the words.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our After Show. I'm Tiona Hobson. You can follow me on Twitter at the Tiona Hobson. And I've got Veronica Gabriel.
Yes, you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Veronica on TV.
And welcome back to the panel. Miss Kristina Zias is in the building.
I am so excited to be back. And you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Miss Zias.
At Miss Zias.
Guys, I'm really excited to be back.
We're excited to have you back.
Thank you.
I have to say that legally.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So tonight's episode was titled Fireworks, so that's why we got to start with a little Katy Perry. It's 4th of July. Jenna's home from college, interning, working for free. She needs some cash, so good old Jake offers up a job to Jenna, and then Tamara just kind of weasels herself in there. Yeah. Doesn't want to work or anything. So working with friends, good idea or bad idea?
Bad idea.
I have a lot of fun when I work with you guys. Does that count?
Yeah, but you didn't get us hired.
Yeah.
And you're not my boss.
Yeah.
Tiona.
Just
easy
let's
there.
set the record straight. You ain't my boss. No.
I mean, I think it's probably overall a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Jake has really moved up very fast at the country club. You know, he went from being the pool boy, as Aunt Allie likes to remind him every single time she sees him, to being the manager. So it is kind of a sticky situation, but, you know, he's trying to help his friends out.
Yeah.
His friends are kind of like jerks.
His friends
That's the problem. I don't think the problem is working with your friends or hiring your friends. If your friends are mature and respectful.
And they're not going to go throw a party.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they're not going to like fight with their ex-boyfriend on the job instead of making hot dogs.
Now let's talk about this. So last week, Maddie found out that Jenna protected him in the retelling of their breakup to her mom, and that she still has his back. So, you know, we learned that little tidbit. And then tonight, they're working together. Jenna knows that Maddie has called her, and she's like, I don't have any feelings towards him, but maybe there's something going on. I have questions because he's called and didn't leave a voicemail or anything.
Yeah.
How'd you guys feel about that?
Well, I thought that he wanted her back. So that's why I thought that he wanted her back. So that's why, like, I was thinking that when he saw her, like, we were saying last week that we thought Maddie was going to break up with his girlfriend to go back to Jenna. So I guess that's not true. What happened.
I know. I kind of thought that was what was going to happen, and it's not.
I kind of don't see them getting back together. I think that when you're with someone for so long like that and you love them, that they'll always, like, be important to you and you'll care about them. And I kind of feel like Jenna just seems over him.
She is a little, but you know what? This week was the first time that I really believed that they weren't going to get back together.
Yeah.
Before this week, I was like, I don't know. It still feels like something's going to happen. They probably going to end up back together at some point. But tonight, the way they ended things, I know that it was awkward when they were working together, and Jenna thinks that Maddie has told Sully all this bad things about her and is offended by everything that comes out of Sully's mouth, from bitch to loosen up to drink some vodka.
Right.
Which, I mean, Sully has bothered me.
Yes.
For most of the season.
Tonight, not a fan.
Yeah, tonight I got to know her a little bit. So I was like, okay, so there is another side to her, and I respect her a little bit more.
Here's the thing with her, right? I like her a lot, but I kind of don't believe that Maddie is in love with her. I don't think Maddie wants to, like, get back with Jenna either. I mean, maybe he does, who knows? But I feel like Sully's obviously there to, like, make him feel better about himself.
Yeah, maybe she's, like, the buffer.
Yeah, she's the rebound for sure.
Yeah. Like, she's the fun girl that you date in college for a while, and then for freshman, sophomore year, and then maybe by late junior year, you're like, okay, I got to start thinking of my future and get serious.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I don't need the girl who's going to beat everyone's ass in beer pong anymore.
You always need the girl who's going to be everyone's ass.
I mean, I feel like I was the Sully of college. So.
I know, me too. That's why I'm speaking on behalf of her.
And maybe that's why I didn't like her. I was like, oh my God, was I that annoying? Everywhere I went, I had booze. I mean, I still have mini bottles in my purse right now if you guys want to bust them out.
Oh
guess
my
not
God.
a lot has changed.
Tiona, TMI for the people.
It was an accident. It was those mini bottles, and I put them in my purse because I was going to like the movies or something. And, you know,
Wait, this is a for real thing?
This is a for real
I thought you were
thing.
kidding.
No, it's
Where
a for real
are
thing.
they, Tiona?
They were in my purse.
So selfish.
Wait, you drink when you go to the movies? Is that right?
Sometimes.
Tiana's obviously wasted right now. If you guys could
I'm just
not
saying,
tell.
I had them in my purse from a previous event, and I forgot that they were in there, and today I opened up my purse and I was like, oh my gosh, there's 3 mini bottles in my purse. If I were to get pulled over, I'd look like a total alcoholic.
No one's judging you, Tiona. Don't worry.
Really, Kristina? Those eyes look like judgment eyes.
No one's judging you, Tiona.
You
No
know what?
worries.
Why did I even invite you back here?
We love her. It's okay.
I mean, we love parts of her. We'll see what happens. But this party, we have a great conversation between Maddie and Luke. Luke is hammered because he's trying to keep up with Sully's drinking. And he's like, oh, I can't even remember why I didn't like you. And it's like, oh yeah, because Jenna was in love with you. And Maddie's like, look, that's water under the bridge. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And I thought it was a great moment for them to kind of share together, because then on the other end you have Jenna and Sully having their bonding moment. And I was like, oh, look, like you guys can double date and stuff now, and it's not the worst thing.
Wait, it's just really funny because Sully tried to kiss Jenna and then Luke tried to punch Maddie. So I feel like, wouldn't it be interesting if Sully and Luke hooked up?
No, we don't need that.
Oh,
Nobody needs
that would
that in
be
their
nice.
life.
Gosh, I'm such a drama queen, huh?
You are a drama queen.
I thought the whole thing was really awkward. Like, who would go to a party with their ex and their new girlfriend, boyfriend? I thought that was really awkward. And I knew that they were going to have like Jenna and Sully were going to have a little moment. I could feel it coming. So I'm
Felt
glad
it
that
coming.
they did.
Yeah.
Because now, you know how Maddie was saying that there was a romantic side to Sully, but we never got to see it before. So maybe this is coming. You know?
Maybe we'll see
Yeah.
a little bit more. Well, talking about romance, Jake and Lissa are super romantic with trying to get their matching outfits going on. But before we talk about them, I have to tell you guys about a great new show that is coming out Tuesday, April 19th on the CW. It's coming and there is no cure. The greatest enemy comes from within. From co-creator of The Vampire Diaries, Julie Plec, and Emmy Award-winning director of Game of Thrones, comes the riveting outbreak thriller Containment. When a mysterious and deadly epidemic breaks out in Atlanta, a massive urban quarantine is quickly enforced. Loved ones will be torn apart, and those on both sides of the fence will be put to the ultimate test of survival. Not just fighting disease, but fear, isolation, and the unknown. But is this virus an act of Mother Nature, terrorism, or something far more sinister? The truth will not be contained. Secrets begin to unravel, societies begins to crumble, but unlikely heroes will rise. Ordinary people will defy the most extraordinary odds. Don't miss this utterly terrifying, yet highly anticipated new series, Containment. The must-see limited series event premieres Tuesday, April 19th, and you can catch it only on the CW. Kristina, your face looks so...
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
It's gonna be great.
Are you doing the after show?
Yeah, I am. Christina's not.
Everyone tune in to see Tiona do the after show.
I will be doing the after show. I'm so excited about this show. You guys know I do Vampire Diaries and the original, so anything Julie Plec touches is gold in my eyes. So cannot wait. So back over to Jake and Lissa. So Jake is, he's like a little adult. He's like the little teenage boy who's trying to be so adult because he didn't go to college and he's got this job and he's got all this responsibility, but he's stuck at that place where all his friends are still young and want to have fun. And Lissa's like, why can't you just lay by the pool with me and wear my matching shirt and, you know, take care of me and drink with me and mommy?
You do that voice so well.
I know. She asked him to get his priorities straight.
Yeah, which, I mean, most people would think having a boyfriend with a job in a management position at 19 is having your shit together, but apparently his priorities aren't straight enough for her.
I feel bad for him.
I do too, especially because he got fired.
I know.
Because of his friends.
I know.
I was really hoping one of them like jumped up from behind the bar and was like, no.
Yeah. But I wonder if Lissa's gonna stay with him or if she's not, because they were like the whole country club, like couple, you know.
She wants to be a Palos Verdes
Yeah.
mom.
Palos
So-
Verdes power couple.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I don't know.
that is a good observation that she might not want to be with him anymore
Yeah.
because what's he going to do now?
What if he decides to go to college?
That in Lissa's eyes would probably be the worst thing ever. Again, where most people would be like, yes, that's great. Like, I'm glad
Yeah.
you took your year off and got experience and grew. Go off and get education. And Lissa's going to be like, what? But what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. I don't know.
You do have a pretty good Lissa voice.
Yeah.
I just want her to. I love Lissa, but and I think part of me wants to be Lissa, but the other part of me
No
is
problems in the
like,
world.
no problems in the world. Just I'm gonna go make fruity drinks with mommy. Yes. And then there's Sadie and Maddie. Or wow, I wrote Sadie and Maddie on the board, but I definitely meant to say Sadie and Sergio. Now this is an interesting couple that just needs to get their ish worked out. Talk about needing to get your priorities straight. Sergio calls up Sadie and is like, hey, I need you. Meet me at the hotel at this time. And Sadie's like, oh yeah, he's finally coming back for me. And she gets there and he needs her to work his truck.
But did you guys see that coming? Because I
Yeah.
felt like I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
definitely knew it wasn't going to be what she thought it was for
Yeah.
because he was very vague. But was it fair of him to call her in the first place?
I think he wanted to more than he needed her, because all those people were working the food truck with him. What are they doing that they can't, like his mom?
Well, it was 4th of July. He said they all
Oh.
bailed.
He's like, they all bailed, but I mean,
And his girlfriend broke up with him. So maybe he really
I feel like this was
needed
just
to,
a ploy to
probably.
Yeah.
get her there. And then when she actually showed up and was dressed all cute, and then he tried to play dumb, like he didn't know what
Yeah.
he was insinuating to her by calling.
Right.
And plus, he missed the fighting, so this was a good way to like get them fighting again, and you know, for him to make her fall in love.
I like them together, so I'm happy about this.
I love
I do
them
too.
together. I don't like them apart.
I didn't realize how attractive Sergio is
Oh.
until this episode.
Oh, what?
Girl.
I mean, I knew that
Come
he was
on.
okay, but I didn't realize it until this episode.
I hope he comes in this
Did
season.
Kristina ever tell you about the time that she like sexually molested him on
No.
our
Oh
show?
my gosh.
When you made him
That
take his
didn't-
shirt off?
I did.
He took his shirt off.
You kept
that happened,
You
but
kept
I just-
asking
Oh my
for
God.
him to take his shirt off, and then you kept rubbing your hand on his abs.
Once again, you're welcome.
Oh my god.
That did happen. I was not the one encouraging that, but that did happen.
Yes, we need him to come back.
We actually had him on here and like harassed him.
Like
But he loved every minute of
he
it.
loved it.
Oh, that's good.
That did
At least he wasn't freaked out.
I think we left that episode and we were like, what did we just do?
Does he have a girlfriend in real life? Can we
Yes.
Yes, she's really nice. She was all about it
Yeah,
too.
she was
Oh.
really sweet and all about it. But yeah, so anyway, back to the show. So now that Sadie has worked for him and, you know, he's like, oh, well, I broke up with my girlfriend and I'll buy you a birthday dinner right now. Do we think that they'll get together and stay together this time? Or, because, I mean, remember last time they broke up at the end of summer and said, hey, we'll come back to each other next year at this time. And then he had a girlfriend. So it's like, do you just suck it up and do the long distance thing? Or do you try that break again?
I think they need to try and get back together first. I don't know.
Yeah, because at the end of summer, she's going to go back and he's got his food truck, unless he takes it to New York.
I mean, they need food trucks in New York.
I kind of feel like Sadie is going to want to break up with him by the end of the summer. Like, I feel like it might be one of those things, like, she wants him back so badly, and then once she gets him, she's going to be like, oh, I'm on, what's that dating app she's on that's, like, obviously Tinder?
Yeah.
Finder?
Some of that.
Something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like she'll get what she wants and then be over it. Unfortunately for Sergio. But he can come here.
Sergio.
We would love if he came here.
Sergio, we got
I would
you,
like to
boo.
meet him.
Okay, and I cannot forget to talk about the biggest transformation in Awkward history. Kyle is back.
Oh my
and
gosh, yes.
he is no longer hung up on Jenna Hamilton. He is a cool kid who doesn't talk weird. He's hot. He's dressing great. He's friends with Maddie and Sully up at Berkeley, and he's like, oh yeah, Sully always beats me at beer pong, and just what a transformation.
Yeah.
I feel like we have Maddie to thank for this because Maddie took him in.
Yes.
Oh, that is true.
They had that friendship that was awesome.
It was it was really cute.
It was really cute. And then, I mean, he's so hot that, you know, Tamara met a guy at the pool from Princeton, but then ended up hooking up with Kyle. Because, you know, when you're the fifth wheel, sometimes you get stuck with whoever the single person is. Everyone pairs off and you're just like, okay, guess we're doing this.
Wait, by the way, did you guys think that was like a very awkward like sexual encounter? They're like, so are we gonna do this? And he's like, yeah, okay. I don't know. I just feel like that doesn't happen.
Did he never used to hook up with girls, so maybe like college changed him.
I feel like this is the new Casanova Kyle who
I
does
guess
this
so.
all the time. And I mean, he even said, you know, are you just doing this because I'm the only single guy here? And he was like, he was okay with it because honestly, when you're the odd man out, sometimes it doesn't matter who that other single person is. You're like, all night, you're like, I'm not going to hook up with him. And then you get drunk and you're like, hey, are we doing this?
Tiana
All right.
speaks from a lot of experience.
I am always the third wheel, the fifth wheel, the seventh wheel, the 11th wheel. It doesn't matter. I'm that odd number wheel. So
Plus, we kind of knew that he was going to be the successful one, you know, 4.0.
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
well in high school, so.
Wait, this is a little bit off topic, but can we talk about Luke and Jenna and their secret relationship?
okay.
Because I kind of don't trust him. I had problems with Luke back from season.
You never liked Luke, and
I never liked
always
him.
loved him.
I'm a Team Maddie person, but I'm okay with Luke.
Like, I understand. Wait, that was this episode, right?
No, that was last week's episode.
Was it?
That they just, or 2 weeks ago when they decided to keep their relationship in the closet.
Oh, I thought
At
they were
work?
still keeping it in the closet, though.
I mean,
At
they
work.
at work, but they weren't at work in this episode.
Well, I wasn't here to talk about it, so I just want to throw my 2 cents in.
Oh, it's Kristina's show now, guys.
No, I'm just
Excuse us.
saying, I don't trust him. That's all I
I'm
have to say about that, then.
We talked
Yeah.
about this, and I am all for what he's doing because I do believe that, especially in an office setting like that, and with Jenna struggling as much as she has to fit in and even get anything published, that you don't want those people to think that like the only reason you're here is because of him.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I do think there's something else behind keeping it secret. We were saying maybe like he hooked up with someone in the office before.
I feel like he hooked up with the owner.
I always got
Oh,
that
that's
vibe,
Yeah.
but even if he did, I don't know, unless she's just a jealous person.
Well, isn't he the only second year there?
Yeah.
So maybe he hooked up with the owner and then she brought him back.
Hmm.
And that's
Oh,
why he's
yeah.
the only one.
Well, I mean, we're already getting kind of into it. Let's just jump into predictions. We're gonna start making accusations, guys.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Well, that was my prediction right there. So.
Kristina.
Oh, I had one before that I really wanted to share. Okay, I think that Jenna and Maddie and Luke and Sully are going to end up hanging out more and more, and that Jenna's going to start getting a little bit insecure about how cool Sully is. I want to become a little bit more like her and let loose, and I feel like she'll all of a sudden become like a wild partier this summer, and then Luke's going to break up with her because he's dating his boss.
Okay.
It's a really long prediction.
I see where you're going there, but I actually think it will be Luke who is the out of control partier and not Jenna.
Well, you're right to say that for this episode. Fair.
And just to go against you because
Okay.
it's fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Any other predictions from you guys?
I feel like Jenna and Sully are going to make out at some point.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, Jenna does go to a liberal arts school, so
Yeah.
I'm sure she's experimented already. Like, I could totally see her doing it too.
I think Maddie's still gonna go back to Jenna. Like I think that him and Sully are gonna fizzle
Temporary.
out. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's a long prediction from now. I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Long time from now. Long time from
Yeah.
now. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in for our show. Where can everyone find you guys on social media?
You guys can find me at Veronica on TV on Twitter and Instagram.
You guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Miss Zias.
And you can find me at the Tiona Hobson. Make sure you check out all the shows that we do here for you guys every week at AfterBuzz TV, all over the interwebs and stuff like that. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
You're welcome.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.